big this Christmas with a Digital Prime bundle. Over $20 million in prizes to be won. The more you chat, watch, share, and dance to your favorite digital apps, the more chances you have to win thousands of shade-to-win prizes, including laptops, tablets, smartphones, cash, data, and credit. Enter to win the grand prize of $5,000 US, a trip for two, or a Samsung Galaxy S21. We are all winners with guaranteed win days. Play along. Buy a Prime bundle in My Digital to stream and win today with Digital this Christmas.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good evening. Welcome to this evening's newscast on Kaieteur Radio. Kevin Smith here. Without further ado, let's get to the news in detail. The government of Trinidad and Tobago recently launched its 2021 competitive bid round for the auctioning off of 17 deepwater oil blocks, with the deadline for submissions being June 2nd, 2022. The TNT government was keen to put potential bidders on notice that they should expect the inclusion of ring fencing for all agreements. Over in Guyana, the absence of ring fencing provisions in the Starbuck Block Agreement has faced heavy criticisms from local and international actors for several years. In the absence of ring fencing provision, ExxonMobil and its partners are essentially deducting costs associated with the Liza Phase 2, Payara projects, and other exploratory works from the Liza Phase 1 project that is in production. In doing so, the already small profit to be split with Guyana gets even smaller. And now let's tell you, with the government coming out with a definitive pronouncement that it will not be renegotiating its contract with ESSO, it is now time for each of the contenders vying to lead the PNCR to make a public pronouncement of their positions on the matter. This more so with opposition leader and contender for the leadership position in the PNCR, Joseph Harmon, who in a recent Sunday Kaieteur News publication was pictured wearing a t-shirt saying "Demand 50% royalty." Additionally, Harmon must also now come clean with the nation and divulge who instructed the Minister of Natural Resources, Raffle Trotman, to sign the contract with ExxonMobil Guyana. The sentiments were recently expressed by Canada-based Guyanese Dr. Jerry Jailal, who said that Harmon's call for a 50% royalty now sets an interesting stage since the Exxon chief had said both the PPPC and PNCR promised during the election that the contracts will not be renegotiated. And now let's tell you, the government of Guyana has in recent years repeatedly lamented the shortage of stones, a crucial commodity used in the construction industry on the local market. This has led to the issuance of several new quarry licenses and even the importation of the much-needed commodity into the country. This is even as GRA gets ready to dispose of some 200 million tons of crushed stones crusher run. The consignment was imported by the Guyana National Industrial Company and is being stored on the Demerara Shipping Company's wharf. It was put on notice that the stones would be disposed of and are currently categorized as unentered goods. The stone shortage situation in Guyana had reached a point where President Ali last year removed the taxes on the importation of stones in order to meet the shortfall in meeting local demand. And moving on, the EPA's response to the recent reports of oily substance found floating offshore in Guyana's waters not only exposes the agency's lack of capacity with regard to monitoring the country's oil operations, but points to a need for proper surveillance in this regard. This is the view of Guyanese scientist and university lecturer Dr. Troy Thomas, who yesterday weighed in on the development some 72 hours after a video circulated online depicting an oily film floating in some sections of Guyana's waters. The video has since prompted a response from the National Oil Spill Committee, as well as the EPA, with the latter agency promising to get to the bottom of the issue. In other news, 8 persons have been arrested following an armed robbery on Saturday last between 4 hours 30 and 7 hours in New Amsterdam, after which police conducted a cordon search exercise in High Dam and Goyce Avenue area at the home of one of the men. In police custody are Paul Young, Kevin Moria, Simeon Cole, Keon Clark, Quincy Lewis, Sion Benjamin, and Compton Semple. Police swooped down at the home of Paul Young and conducted a search in the presence of Kevin Moria and Simeon Cole. According to reports, a pink and brown haversack containing a transparent plastic bag with a quantity of leaves, seeds, stems suspected to be cannabis, and 2 suspected air pistols were found in young Moria's bedroom. Moria reportedly told the police that the suspected cannabis belonged to him. They were all arrested, including Benjamin, Clark, Cole, Lewis, and Semple, who were all occupants of the house at the time. They have been held for robbery under arms. 3 cellular phones suspected to be stolen were also found during a further search, and the owners were contacted, who confirmed that they were robbed of their cell phones indeed. In other news, a cell phone thief's escape plan was quickly thwarted yesterday by a group of security guards after he reportedly jumped into the wrong yard in his failed escape bid. The thief had reportedly, moments earlier, robbed a man at knife point at around 10 hours in Bel Air, Georgetown. According to eyewitnesses, the victim chased after the thief and was soon joined by nearby residents who had witnessed the robbery. Realizing that they would have caught him, the thief attempted to escape by jumping into a nearby yard. The bandit, however, was unaware that the property was heavily guarded by the MMC security service. Minutes after being confronted by a security guard, he was taken to a police station by other guards in a pickup. We understand that the investigators have since managed to recover the stolen phone. And with that, we've come to the end of this evening's newscast. I'm Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow.